Hey everyone, welcome back to Hawkeye's Drift Garage. My name is Chris, and today I'm going to be giving my drift review of the new CAMMUS GT1 direct drive wheelbase. Just a quick disclaimer, I am no way affiliated with CAMMUS. I recently purchased this wheelbase from them directly at a discounted price after I got in contact with them, letting them know that I wanted to review this wheelbase for my channel. And so yeah, they sent it to me, and everything that I'm about to say in this video is of my own opinion, and let's get to it. Alright guys, let's talk about the wheelbase really quick. This thing is pretty heavy duty. I want to say it weighs at least 30 pounds. Seems pretty solid. It has some pretty cool features built into it, like all these buttons and knobs that are actually functional and you can bind to your system. You can bolt a wheel directly to the wheelbase, which is kind of cool. Doesn't require a purchase of an additional hub or wheel specific. You can bolt up any universal type wheel onto this base, which is really neat. It's a good size. It bolted up pretty easily to my GT Omega. I currently only have it bolted down on 2 bolts, but I don't have the new meter force set too high for drifting, so it's okay. But depending on your rig, you may have to do some modifications or whatnot to bolt it on, or you can bolt it onto the side, as you can probably put some different type of slotted T-nuts in there and bolt it directly to it. But yeah, it seems like a pretty solid piece. Okay, so one of the first things you're going to want to do after you install your wheelbase is you're going to want to go to cammus.com/download-s, and you are going to download the software needed for your wheelbase through here. There's also a manual on here, and then once you install that software, you should have the CAMMUS app, which looks like this. Sorry about the glare in the background. So once you have the CAMMUS app downloaded, you're going to want to double check to see if there's any updates for your wheelbase. It should automatically read it if the power is on, but mine is pretty much set to go. You're going to want to go to parameter over here on the left. And this is where you're going to be making your wheelbase adjustments. I'm going to go through my settings really quick that I found to be to my liking for drifting. Let's see, so we got the steering wheel angle set up to 1080 degrees. I like to run 1080. Some people like to run 900. It's all personal preference. Everything I'm about to say is all personal preference, and I find this to be what I like for real drifting. So these are my settings. Feel free to tweak them however you want to find what works best for you. Power, I run at 28%. Effects ratio, 90%. Natural dampener, 8%, natural friction, 0%, natural inertia, 65%, and idle spring, 0%. Now, some people might ask why I run the power at only 28%. Well, it's for a drift setup. I don't need 15 Newton meters for drifting. I don't want to break my arm. I find that at 28%, this is probably close to around maybe 4 to 5 Newton meters, which I think is plenty for drifting. I can always up it up later on when I'm in car. Okay, so really quick, in Content Manager for Assetto Corsa, which is what I do all my drifting on, you're going to want to set your gain to 100%, filter 0%, minimum force 0%, effects. I run curb effects at 5%, road effects at 10%, and slip effect at 10%, or I'm sorry, 5%, and ABS effect at 0%. The reasoning behind this is because I noticed that this wheelbase is really smooth and it kind of lacks a little bit of road fill when you're driving, and so you kind of tend to lose a little bit of fill when you're driving. But Adding these curb effects, road effects, slip effects definitely helps you feel some of that, which is nice. You get a little bit of vibration through the wheel to kind of simulate a actual road to tire feel, and or I'm sorry, tire to road feel, which is kind of nice. Under miscellaneous, you're going to have enhanced understeer effect off, soft lock on, skip force feedback steps 0, post processing 0, low speeds, force feedback reduction 0, all of that 0. And then you are going to go to your custom shaders patch settings, go to force feedback tweaks, pretty much have everything on there. Strength for the physically accurate gyro implementation is at 25%, and wheel peak torque is at 15 newton meters because that's what this wheelbase is capable of. And then also don't forget to bind your settings from your wheel. All right, now that we have our wheel settings set up and everything ready to go, let's do a little bit of driving.
Yo. Still on. Having some trains.
All right, guys, you saw me do a few laps on the GT1 direct drive wheelbase from CAMMUS. My thoughts are that, you know, for a wheelbase out of the box, it's not a bad setup. It's great that you can just bolt a wheel directly to it and go and have the buttons on the actual wheelbase itself. In terms of feel, I did feel that there was a little bit of lacking in terms of the effects for curbs, roads, and slip, which is easily fixable through adjustments through your fine tuning in game. It did take me a little while to find the drift settings that I like through the CAMMUS app, and I still think that I need to do some more fine tuning in the future if I'm going to continue driving on this wheelbase, which I'm not sure yet. But for now, what I have set up and what I've shown you guys is what I thought was pretty decent to get a bass tune off of, and I think it's going to be pretty good for those who are just getting into the drifting community for sim. But if you guys have any questions, please feel free to leave your comments and questions below. Please do me a favor, like this video, subscribe to my channel. I'll definitely have more reviews in the future, along with drifting clips and maybe some in real life content in the future. But thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.